All right, the first edition of Bodybuilding Babble on serious and silliness bodybuilding. And I got Ian Hedek with me. What's up, Ian?
What up? What up,
Ian, give your channel a plug because you got a great channel.
guys? Check out my channel. Is Ian IAN. Last name is Hedek HEYDECKE. We just crossed over 3,000 subscribers, and to you guys, and thank you so much. And I talk about do workouts, product reviews, overcoming cancer. Just became my 5th year in remission with CTCL.
Very nice, very nice. Congrats. Good. I'm glad you're healthy and alive and well. And my
Hell yeah!
favorite part of your channel is when you basically do the when you go to the different gyms and you basically give a description of what the gym is like and so on and so forth. And when you go to different gyms in different cities and stuff like that, that's my favorite. I know every time you have one of those on, I'm always watching it. But great chat.
I got one coming up for you. I went back to Iron Culture in North Bergen. Have you been there yet?
I've never been there. I've heard a ton about it. And there's a new gym coming out actually in Fairfield. I forgot. I'll figure it out.
Is it where the old retro was, or is it
No,
brand new?
brand new.
Okay.
I forgot. I'll figure it out. I'll let you know.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do on Bodybuilding Babble is we're gonna talk about all the behind the scenes gossip stuff that's happening in bodybuilding world today. So I'm gonna bring up the topic, and Ian is a bit of a guru when it comes to the gossip and the backstories of all the topics that are going on in bodybuilding. So he's going to be my man, my partner when we're doing this once a week, and it's going to be pretty informative and pretty cool. So let's start with the first one. The first one is Andrew Jacked has a new coach, which is obviously Chris Aceto is doing nutrition, but Chris Psycho Lewis is doing his training, and he left George Farah. I don't know why he left George Farah. And what a lot of people don't realize is that's the same crew that Sean Roden won the Olympia with.
Correct.
Chris Aceto and Psycho Lewis. So, Gad, what's your take on that?
I thought that Andrew Jack looks okay. So to me, when Andrew Jack comes out, he looks like everybody else has never competed bodybuilding in their life. From the front,
Right. From right.
What do you get from the back? You got him.
Right.
Especially, his kid. You saw it from every show. Seems like when he did Texas, then he did the Arnold, then he did Arnold UK, did Olympia. Same thing. Great from the front, from the back. People were getting him. He looked great with up front, but like I said, this is your turn around. And I think with Chris Aceto is going to make him drier. I think Farah pushes a lot of other shit that he shouldn't be doing. More of the growth, a lot of the other shit that like people who've worked with him. I've heard of like a lot of people who work with him. He pushes a lot of this. Chris, I know Chris. I've heard him is very minimal when it comes to that stuff.
I've heard the same. Yeah.
And I think he's just going to make him drier. Like, that's the thing. Like, look what he did to Jay. Look what he did to Sean Roden.
Absolutely.
The people he's worked with, he's made them look phenomenally,
Kamal Elgargni.
Yeah.
I mean, he comes in chiseled to the bone, and he works with Chris.
Look at
pretty much anybody that works with Chris.
What's his name working with him? Dino.
That's right.
I mean, yes. I mean, we all know with Dino. I mean, yes, it's hard to be Bumpstead, but God, they use.
Yeah, that's right.
He's coming in condition,
Yeah, Chris Aceto is definitely on the Mount Rushmore of bodybuilding gurus. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, do you know why he left George Farah and went for this whole team or no?
They didn't say why.
Because Blessing left him too now.
Yeah, I mean, you know what personally, Blessed is a little different, because I think he needs to find someone who works well. Yes, it did work for him for the 2 shows, but at the Olympia, he was.
Yeah, I know.
I think that I think George now is he could go for certain ways, but he has, it's everybody's physique works different for other people.
Right.
And I think I think Andrew Jack, and I think that with Flex Wheeler probably in his ear, probably Flex Lewis in his ear too.
That's right. That's right.
You're, hey, you look great from the front, but
it's a winning it's a winning combination. And I don't know. I'm sure he's going to probably come in more peeled. I don't know if he's going to improve his hamstrings and glutes so soon after the Olympia, but My opinion is if he doesn't, if with this team, with Aceto and Psycho Lewis, if he takes a good offseason after this, he's going to make a tremendous improvements. And he fixes his back, hamstrings, and glutes. That's your
Basically, the
next.
posterior chain he needs to fix.
That's near next Mr. Olympia right there. If he's able to do that, and he's got the right team to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because with that, even that being said, look at the way it's set up for him. Great from the front. If he just gets that a little bit in the back,
that's right.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I could agree 100%. All right. Second order of business. Obviously, everybody knows that Arnold increased the prize money to $300,000 to the first place winner on the Arnold Classic Open. And people have been jumping in, Nick, Andrew Jack, Patrick Moore, and everybody was waiting to see if Derek Lunsford was going to come in because he came in second in the Olympia. It would have been a huge payday. He would have been the favorite to win. And he said, nope, not doing it. Absolutely not. Forget it. What's your take on it?
I think Derek is also have obligations because he's in Texas right now with Gasp.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he's doing like a couple of meet and greets out there because, I get a lot of the, all the stuff out there. So my buddy just saw him actually. He's like, yo, Derek's here. I'm like, yeah, I know. And now Derek is actually going to go through a real full off season as a open competitor. And Hani probably told him, don't do the show. You got second in the world. Rest on it. Let's do some work. And now let's see what we could do because Hani's got the number 1 and number 2 bodybuilder in the world.
Right. And let's face it, Chopin isn't getting any younger.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably right. He said, let's sit this one out and wait for the big boy. You're a young man. The Arnold's always going to be there.
And my thing is this: people forget Derek's only 29.
Yeah, he's a very young guy. Yeah, and Chopin has got to be in his late to mid 40s at this point.
I know he's up there.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. He might be even older than that, but I'm not 100% sure.
The second and third bodybuilder are under 30.
Right. Yeah, very good point. Yeah, 100%. All right. Speaking of, we touched on Kamal Elgargni. He says that's it. He's completely done with 212. Only open contests from here on in. He did do 1 or 2 other open, and now he's doing the Olympia.
Well, he did Tampa last year, and he didn't beat out Akeem Williams, which everybody thought he was going to beat Akeem.
Yeah,
but Akeem is a mass monster compared to him.
Right.
I mean, remember Kamal works with Aceto too.
That's right.
So Kamal's going to come in. I would probably say he's going to definitely. I mean, from the Olympia to the Arnold, it was a very short break. They probably just. They're basically just cruising into the Arnold. Kamal should do Chicago, Tampa, something a little later in the year. Since the Olympia is in November,
yeah,
I would after he does a show, okay, let him get a good let's say 2 months off, maybe 3 months,
and then go ahead.
And let's start dialing it in now.
And do the Olympia. I couldn't agree more, man. Absolutely. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, man.
I mean, unless he finds a show like, I mean, he could pick any show and probably be one of the tops.
He could very well win. He could beat these guys 100% on conditioning and shape alone. He could beat these guys.
He might be best at doing like an indie pro show.
Yeah, right.
Like, don't go. I mean, like Tampa's like now a bigger show,
right?
But do like an indie, do a Toronto,
right? Get the qualification, do the Olympia. Yeah. And why not? Because he's over 50. He was the 212 Mr. Olympia. He's dominated the 212 division. Why not take on a new experience before you retire? Because he's only got maybe 1 or 2 years left in the tank, and he's already said he's going to retire soon. So go out with a bang, 100%. I couldn't agree more.
First thing, look at him at 50. He looks better than Dexter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, absolutely.
Dexter is an anomaly that he went from where he was at to there. But when you see Kamal, you're like, whoa, you're what?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, he comes in chisel. His waist has never gotten worse. Even Dexter, as he got older, even though he was still the blade, his waist grew a little bit and his legs diminished a little bit. But Kamal has just gotten better with age. He's a freak of nature. It's unbelievable.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay, number 4. The Olympia is officially going to be November 3rd to the 5th, the Olympia 2023 in Orlando, Florida at Orange County Convention Center. What do you think? And should it have stayed in Vegas, or is it a good move?
All right. So here's the thing. Okay. If you're an athlete, you want Vegas. No, sorry. Wrong. If you're an athlete, you want Orlando.
Okay, why?
If you're a fan, you want Vegas.
Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Because Orlando, you're like, okay, you just do the show, you're out.
Right.
If you're a fan, you want the whole glitz and glam of Vegas.
Right. And you can make a vacation out of it. Right. Which
So,
I've done with my wife, and I actually saw you there.
Yeah. So it's like, if you do Orlando, you're like, okay, I know what I'm here for. There's, if you want to do Disney, you want to do whatever, Orlando's, it's nice, for what you need.
Right.
I mean, of course, it's nothing like Vegas,
Right.
but you're also to make it family friendly too.
That's true. I think the majority of the reason, this is just my opinion, I don't know. I think the saving the money on the business end of it is tremendous, because to have it at a nice place in the Olympia is very expensive in Vegas, where you could have it in Orlando. It's probably half the cost, and that money could go to profit. It could go to prize money and so on and so forth.
Yep.
All right. And the big one that you just told me about, which I did not know, was at the company Celsius, which I actually really like those drinks. I drink them like almost every morning. Has given Flo Rider 82 million. You got to explain that.
So I got it right here.
All right, go ahead.
So this is in Fort Lauderdale. Jurors Wednesday found Flo Rider entitled to more than 82.6 million in damages after concluding the maker of Celsius energy drinks for breach of an endorsement agreement with the entertainer itself.
Wow, 82. They're that big. Celsius has that much money. Is that gonna? You think that's gonna put a big kink in them, or do you think they're just gonna brush that off like nobody's business? But they probably have plenty of loopholes with accounting and taxes and whatnot. But
$82 million?
That's a lot for a supplement company, man.
I remember when Flo Rider was there, so that was about 2018. I remember he was there with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a picture with Flo Rider. It is like, hold the can, please. Okay, all right, hold the can.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But you also, like I said, first thing is that's a lot. First, it's a lot of money when you were the number one.
Right.
Number two, how much back pay is this? Is this back? Is he worth that much?
But I don't know who owns Celsius. I don't know if it's a company or if it's an individual like Redcon One. I have no idea. But I can't believe that it is something as big as Coca-Cola or Pepsi, where $82 million would just be a fly on shit. I'd have to believe that $82 million is going to make damage, because we've seen other supplement companies that had great products and went out of business for smaller amounts of money than this. But then again, I don't know the details. The devil's in the details, right? I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't know the details.
Correct.
But
it's still a lot of money. I'm like, what I saw, because it popped up on Instagram. I said, are they serious? And it was, yeah.
It's I don't know, man. And obviously everybody knows that Aaron Singerman is out of prison and on Redcon One. He did do it.
I know. I was talking to Fuad actually, real quick.
Really?
For a hot second, and they're coming back to Jersey. The hostel's coming back to Jersey with Aries Nutrition.
Really?
In June.
Oh, maybe I'll go to that, because I know I interviewed the guy from Aries, and I've been dying to get Fuad on an interview, but can't seem to get him.
Fuad's a little popular, as you know.
He's in the last 3 years, he's went from B-list bodybuilder to A-list supplement company owner.
Well, and then you got now the spinoff of their show is Mutant in the Mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. Which their first show did 30,000 views. I'm a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, when you got Nick Walker, it's kind of funny when you have him there.
Yeah. He's the he is the He is the bodybuilding sweetheart. Everybody wants to be around him, and he has the tremendous future. Anything he touches turns to gold right now. So everybody wants to be with him, and Guy. Guy, from what I understand, was a bit of a mentor for him because he had said so on Fawad show. So he probably had no problem doing the show with Guy and was very happy to do it with him because, from what I understand, he had said on Fawad show, 2 years ago, whatnot, that that Guy was a big mentor when he was younger, before he had turned pro. So, and that means a lot to these guys that have that kind of character.
Plus, you have 2 Jersey guys on the show.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that'll wrap it up for the first edition of Bodybuilding Babble. Join us next week for the second edition. We'll have more gossip and backstories. Ian, give your YouTube channel a plug one more time.
One more time, check it out. Ian Haydeck. That's IANHEYDECKE, people. We got some great things coming up for you guys. I got actually I'm doing a charity event. I'm going to do the polar bear plunge at
really?
Yeah.
I might come just to see that.
Yeah, February. So February 25th, I'm jumping in down at Point Pleasant. Going to have
I might actually come to see that, man. All right, dude. His YouTube channel will be in the description, so it is very easy to click and go to. Tremendous channel, a lot of good info. And Ian, thank you very much for being with me, bro. I really appreciate it.
John, thank you so much. Uncle John, thank you for having me on the show again once again, man.
That's all right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
All right, later.